Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this video, taking the time out of your day. So a couple of days ago, my friend Adam, he referred me to this program called The Edge from Anthony Robbins. The Power to Change Your Life Now. I got it off the Google Play Music or Google Music Play. It's just a short audio course or seminar. It deals with things like how you deal with problems, how you set yourself up to achieve, how you change your mindset, analyzing the way that you see or you have been seeing things in general, and how you normally deal with things, and what you can do to change those or improve your methods of dealing with things. I really enjoyed it. It's quite an interactive one as well, which I think is quite important. Instead of just sitting there listening, he also encourages you to do sort of like homework where he'll ask a question and get you to write it down. An example being one of the first earlier ones you come across is he gets you to list down all the emotions you feel in a week and separate them into the more empowering emotions that you feel and the ones that are more negative. And then he teaches you how to sort of hone in on some of the more empowering emotions that you get. And a lot of it is just about your physicality. So there are certain links that our bodies make with emotions and with experiences we've had, and we can quite often emulate those feelings even if we're not in that situation, just by replicating certain situations. So whether it's the way you sit, the way you breathe, the way you use your facial muscles, things like that, that I've already found quite useful. If you're having a bit of a day where you're not feeling quite right, you just think back on a memory that you've had where things have gone better, or you've had some sort of achievement, and replicate the physical attributes that that moment had. Were you standing up? Were you sitting down? Were you smiling? Were you laughing? Another part that's been really useful for me already over the last couple of days is first thing in the morning, get straight out of bed, don't hesitate, and go for a walk. This part of it is sort of kind of links to his, I think he calls it like the hour of power. But basically, go out and have a walk. Give yourself 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour if you can. Go for a walk, get your body moving. He has some breathing exercises that he gets you to do, which supposedly have an effect on your metabolism. He introduces the idea of incantations or mantras, or those sorts of things where you just figure out a sentence that applies to your life. I think one of the ones he says as an example is, every day in every way I'm feeling better and better, or I'm getting stronger and stronger, things like that. And it's just the idea of repeating these particular incantations help make you feel that way, which is quite interesting. For the last few days, I've more been focusing on the gratitude side of things, which is also a big part of it. So being thankful for what you've got, for who you are, for where you are, for the friends you have, for the family you have, all those sorts of things. And that as well has been very good. It's very uplifting right off the start. I personally jump outside. I go for a walk down to the shopping centre across the park. It's not a long way, but at the same time, I'm not a super fit person yet, so that works out well for me. It works out about 20 minutes in total, there and back. I just walk to the shops, get myself a bottle of water or some coconut water, and then walk back, and do my breathing, think about being grateful for things, and also work on my incantations for myself. And that already, the last few days I've been doing that. The day starts off really, really well. The biggest problem I've been having is just now I've got so many things that I want to do during the day, I'm getting a little bit lost, but that's just about me learning to organize myself better and changing my habit of being more in the moment and trying to plan things a bit more. There's also some analysis in there of things that have been holding you back, even things like perhaps a past experience that you've had that particular, you could call it a failure, or whatever you might have gone through, that wall that's stopping you from doing something, where anytime a situation similar to that comes up, you get those feelings and you shut off and you don't follow through, you don't do it because that fear's in the back of your mind. and it did talk about dealing with that, ways to get past that. I think it's definitely worth having a listen to. The one on the Google Play Music is shorter, so it's broken up into a bunch of sort of maybe 15-minute audio sections. There is also a program that's like I think it's like at least 10 hours in total, and that's a full program, which is one I'll be looking at a little bit later on. But I think it's definitely worth having a crack, having a look at. Like I said, my friend Adam put me onto it, and and you get like your first month on Google Play Music is free, so I didn't have to pay for that, and you can listen to the audio on there for free as well, so it doesn't cost you anything. So if you think you might be interested, just jump on and get it. It's definitely worth a crack. I've been listening to a lot of audio stuff recently, and still reading, going through my books, and it's one of those things you don't have to fully agree with everything everyone says, but there's always some bit of information that can apply to you, you know. So some of you might not be super into it. I know sometimes Anthony Robbins has that funny sort of aura about him where people are quite iffy. At the end of the day, who is anyone to judge him, especially considering he's successful? And not only that, because what he does, he makes other people successful. So I think it's silly not to look into that. I've also got another book that I started reading that I'm actually struggling with, because it's not really an area of, I guess, interest for me. So that's going to take me a bit longer, but I'm trying to figure out how to go about doing the video for that. But I'm still finding useful things in it. I'm still finding bits of information that are actually relevant to me, or that will actually work. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I'll let you know when I get to it. That's going to be an interesting one. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was interesting. Not too informative, because, you know, he does that program for a reason. He's the teacher, he's the coach, not me. But it definitely helped me out quite a bit. So it's definitely something I'm going to be listening to again, and going through the worksheet, not worksheets, going through the little homework bits. And this is good as well, because it's getting me into the habit of actually writing things down as they happen, or translating things into my own words, which I think is a really important tool to be using, other than just reading or just listening. Because until you take action on any of that information, it's just information. Hopefully you got something useful out of this. I say definitely check it out. Anthony Robbins, The Edge, the power to change your life now. Hopefully you guys are starting to try and do some of this stuff with me. And by all means go and do other stuff. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do anyway, but you know, the idea is that there's someone else doing these things with you. So if you started a book that you're finding really interesting, let me know, because I'll go and buy it. I'll go and read it. Like, for me at the moment, this is all about filling my head with information, and so much so that it pushes out all the stuff that's useless and that I don't use. Because I mean, that's part of the problem. We're learning stuff every minute of every day. So many things are happening, and most of it is redundant information, stuff we're never going to use. So the more and more I cram my head full of things, useful bits of information, and information from people that know better and have achieved more, the better things are going to be. So I really hope you guys are joining me on this. Don't forget to leave any comments you want, any suggestions. Everything's welcome, and hope you guys have a great day. So yeah, here's to being better.